The Great Brinks Robbery of 1950. On the evening of January 17, 1950, in Boston, Massachusetts, a meticulously planned heist shocked the nation. Known as the Great Brinks Robbery, it was one of the most daring and successful robberies of its time, pulling in the modern equivalent of over $30 million, and it left investigators baffled for years. The crime was the brainchild of Joseph Big Joe McGinnis, a career criminal who assembled a gang of 11 seasoned thieves. For over 2 years, the crew carefully planned their heist, conducting surveillance on the Brinks armored car depot. They studied the guards' routines, memorized the building's layout, and even stole keys to make duplicate copies. Their attention to detail was extraordinary. Dressed in navy peacoats, gloves, and Halloween masks, the gang struck just before 7:30 p.m. minutes before the building's nightly cash deposit. They entered the depot through a side door and caught the employees by surprise. Armed with pistols, they forced the guards to the ground, bound and gagged them, and systematically emptied the vault. The robbery was eerily efficient. In just 30 minutes, the thieves made off with $7 million in cash, coins, and securities, the largest robbery in U.S. history at the time. What made it even more shocking was the lack of violence. Not a single shot was fired, and no one was seriously injured. The robbers left behind few clues, and their escape was as well executed as the robbery itself. They drove to a hideout where they divided the cash and burned incriminating evidence, including their clothing and the ropes used to bind the guards. To avoid suspicion, they agreed not to spend the money conspicuously and to lie low for 6 years, the statute of limitations for armed robbery. The Brinks heist created a media frenzy. Investigators scrambled to find leads, but the gang's precision left them frustrated. FBI agents called it the crime of the century. Yet they could do little more than chase rumors and follow dead ends. However, as time went on, cracks began to form within the gang. The first break came in 1956, just days before the statute of limitations would have expired. One of the robbers, Joseph Specs O'Keefe, felt betrayed by his crew. After serving a prison sentence on unrelated charges, O'Keefe realized that his share of the loot had been withheld. Angry and fearing for his life, he began cooperating with the FBI. O'Keefe's testimony led to the unraveling of the case. In 1956, all surviving members of the gang were arrested and charged. Though they had almost escaped justice, their 6-year streak of secrecy ended with lengthy prison sentences for all involved. Interestingly, despite their conviction, most of the stolen money was never recovered. Only about $58,000 was found, leaving investigators and the public wondering what happened to the rest. Some speculated that it was hidden, while others believed it had been quietly laundered or spent. The Great Brinks Robbery became a symbol of both criminal ingenuity and the limits of loyalty among thieves. The gang's careful planning and execution made it legendary, while their eventual betrayal and downfall served as a cautionary tale. Even today, the heist captures the imagination, inspiring books, films, and endless speculation about where the missing millions might be. The Great Brinks Robbery remains a testament to the audacity of mid-20th century crime and the enduring allure of the perfect heist. What do you think? Could such a precise crime happen in today's world of surveillance and digital tracking, or was it a unique product of its time? Either way, it's a fascinating glimpse into the world of organized crime in the 1950s.